It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This is your feel-good breakfast show, Espresso. We're live on SABC3. Now, exciting stuff as we find ourselves in the kitchen. Now, I mentioned we're making Romany creams this morning. Caitlin has her unique recipe ready. And also, what, we're swapping out cookies for 2014? What's happening?
Yeah, we're inspired by a national cookie swap that's happening tomorrow. It's a sort of a great initiative that's been started by a couple of very passionate bakers. It's an event where you, as a baker, bake a batch of your favorite cookies. So these are my favorite cookies. And you pay 50 Rand to attend the event, and then you swap cookies. So everyone brings a different kind of cookie, and you end up leaving with about like 12 varieties of cookies, and you've only had to bake one batch. And then all the proceeds go to a very clever organization that basically teaches ladies how to bake to earn money. Yeah. So it's a really, really great initiative, and it arms them with some fantastic baking utensils and obviously the knowledge as well.
I'm excited about that baking can also be a way that we change someone's life. Well, I know that these are going to change my life because they look absolutely delicious. How do we start making them?
So it's a really simple recipe. It's one of my great aunt May's copycat recipes. Fantastic Romany creams, and so I've got butter here that's nice and soft, and I've creamed it a little bit.
I wanted to ask you about butter. Are you allowed to melt it quickly, like in a microwave?
Yes, but not in this case, because we're going to need the air. So you're going to have to use soft butter in this case.
Okay, sure.
So I'm just going to pop the machine on, and then we're going to use white sugar, and we're going to cream this together.
How much of the sugar do you put in there?
The recipe. You can SMS for the recipe.
Okay, no problem.
So you're going to add your white sugar, and this is called creaming. So the other day someone asked me, what does creaming mean? It means basically to beat the butter and sugar until light and fluffy. And once it's going, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So we've got, let's add the cocoa first. So cocoa powder in there, some baking powder and a little bit of salt.
Okay.
So that's going to give it a little bit of puff.
I could taste a little bit of the salt earlier. Oh, I mean, I didn't eat any of the cookies earlier.
That's the one that's missing over there.
Yes, I tasted it. Hey, I have to taste it to make sure that I know what I'm talking about, right?
Sneaky.
Well, while you do that, speaking of which, I know exactly what I'm talking about because you can SMS the keyword sweet to 33728 to get a link to the recipe. You can recreate this at home too. It's a really easy recipe. I'm definitely going to try and make it. So there it goes, and then all your coconut in there as well.
Flour and lots of coconuts, because that's the best part of Romany creams.
Oh, it smells so good. The flavors, cocoa and some coconut in there. How long do you beat it up in here?
So we're just combining it. You could do this by hand if you wanted, and it's basically done.
Oh, do you have to sift the flour?
No need, absolutely no need, because you're basically just mixing it. So it's a step, skip it. Okay, so I'd just like to measure mine with a tablespoon measure, just so that they're all the same size. And then the trick to shaping them, to make like a little sausage.
So you press it down, okay.
And then you put it on the baking tray and just flatten it slightly. So you want to make like a little oval. And then to get that sort of rough texture, just take a fork and just scratch the top. And then you'll see that turns into that in the oven. So you bake them at 180 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're nice and crisp. And then just sandwich them together. We've just got some melted chocolate here, dark or milk.
How did you melt your chocolate?
In the microwave.
Okay.
I put it on defrost. That's the safest. Don't put it on high. That's dangerous. That's living on the edge.
The hard way, I must tell you, Caitlin. So the keyword again, it's sweet to 33728. You can make. It's a really delicious recipe. You know why? Because while she's making it, you can actually smell it. You can smell how it's made. The cocoa and the coconut. It's driving me crazy up in here. Okay, well that's how you do it. Charge at R1.50. The link will be sent to you. You just click on it and you can make it as well. We'll put some pictures for you on our Facebook page as well. Have you liked it yet, by the way? Okay, Espresso SABC3.
And the cookie swap page.
Yes. And the cookie swap page, because you're swapping the cookies and giving knowledge to someone who doesn't have it. Thanks, Caitlin.
Only a pleasure.
That's amazing. Oh, it smells good in here.
Thanks to my great Aunt May for the recipe.
Well, we've already made it, but this is how we got to this point. Have a look.
Cream butter and sugar. Mix in coconut, flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. Roll tablespoonfuls of dough into sausages, then place onto baking trays. Flatten slightly, then scratch surface with a fork. Bake at 180 degrees until firm. Sandwich cooled biscuits with melted chocolate. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword SWEET to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe on our Mobi site. SMSs cost R1.50. No free SMSs. T's and C's apply.
See, no mess, no fuss, and you don't even have to sift the flour. See? Who says you can't learn something here in our espresso kitchen? Caitlin, this was fun. Thanks so much.
Always.
I can't wait to see what else you have up your sleeve for the baking challenge later on, but that's still coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast show. From cookie and baking news to the real news, here's Leigh-Anne.